Empaths don't exist. There's no such thing. I know for sure, I can tell you that's an absolute fact. And you may well argue with me, but I am right on this. If you look through any scientific material from the fathers of psychology, Freud, Adler, Jung, they won't speak of the word empath once. Yes, there's a lot of AI out there that's creating these amazing videos that sounds like it's them speaking of the empath. It's not them. It's all fake. You know why they don't speak of the word empath? Back in the times when the fathers of psychology were establishing what we understand in the modern science, is because the word didn't exist. Otherwise, they would have used it. I'd put money on it. The process of language, etymology, as we understand as things progress in time, words change, expression moves. But psychology has not moved. It's stuck in the dark ages, not recognizing that colloquialisms and changes in expression and new words should be considered. The empath does exist. Okay, it doesn't exist in any books in psychology, but we understand what it means. Now, Jung used words such as differentiating perception, or the wounded shadow, or unconscious absorption. And that's what he used to describe the empath in various states and expressions. But each one of those is so ambiguous, it's almost impossible to understand what they mean without some kind of commentary. They don't exist in today's rhetoric. But we know what empathy is. An empath is able to understand and interpret held tensions, unexpressed emotions, and the deepest unmet needs of another person, whether it be for their benefit or for their detriment, based on whether the empath is secure or not. So let's just let go of this argument. Does the empath exist? Yeah, it does. Not in any books, but I really don't care. I will use that term to describe whoever I consider to be a person who's been able to adapt, whether they're born with the skill or they've had to acquire it for safety. Now let's understand the difference between those two things. The natural empath, or the super empath, was born with the inherent knowledge of another person's needs, whereas an anxious, preoccupied attachment style often adapts and learns how to observe another person's needs and learns that skill. So let's remove the ambiguity. Let's say we do know what an empath means. I mean, I say it and everyone seems to understand it. But if I said to you differentiating perception, would you go, yes, that's me? Okay, right. Now let's start from the beginnings and say, what is it that I need as an empath? What's going on for me that's affecting my life in such a way as being an empath is actually causing me pain? When you can say that about yourself, then you're unhealed. You're not able to differentiate with your perception where your energy should go and where it should be moderated. So how about reach out, have a conversation with me, because the unhealed empath can cause a lot of pain to themselves and to those around. Yes, you are an empath, but that doesn't mean that you're better than anyone else or that you're even more prepared for life. In fact, potentially you carry a burden that's much heavier than those around you. If you want to handle that burden so you know how to moderate, how to heal, how to actually stand in a place where you can absorb the surroundings of what's going on without it affecting your nervous system, that sounds pretty special. Almost impossible, right? It can be done. Reach out, let's have that conversation.